Yo guys, if you aren't subbed, go ahead and sub. Upload a video pretty much every week. That's the goal anyways. Also, I've been streaming a lot. This is where this footage is from, and likely where a bunch of my other videos in the future, their footage will be from my streams. So go ahead and follow me on Twitch. With that said, I have been playing a bunch of Wildgate, and I have to say it is a ton of fun. It's actually extremely fun. And I wasn't necessarily expecting that. I am a fan of... Here, first of all, if you guys don't know what Wildgate is, it is a PvP game with the objective of capturing what they call the artifact, or by capturing it, you capture it and you go through the Wildgate, or you're the last ship alive. So you could potentially do this with no PvP at all, right? You just wait to capture the Wildgate and then you escape with it. There's a lot of different options to, go about winning the game. In this game in particular, actually, we end up winning by capturing the artifact and just going through the Wildgate. That's the basic, right? The basics are capture the artifact, go through the Wildgate, or be the last ship alive. Now, as you're doing all that, there are these POIs. This is just to... You do basically a little mini game. You can see we're clear. We have mini objectives on the left side of the screen, and then once this is cleared, we get loot at the end of it. That kind of thing is basically what all the POIs are. You go in, do the little mini game, get loot, and the loot is anywhere from cannon upgrades to devices you can install on your ship that will do a large variety of different things. Fire shield, firestorm shield. You can have one that's like a security device. You can have one that like upgrades your probes, which probes are little machines that you can look around in space and like scan things. Ammo this way. So yeah, that's basically what Wildgate is. It's a PvP, somewhat exploration game, somewhat like looter type game. Very, very fun. Now, as you're doing all of this, as you're going and gathering stuff from POIs, there's also 4 other ships on the map that is doing the exact same thing. So while you're gathering loot and you're gathering, resources, you can gather like fuel and ice. Ice heals your ship. 4 other teams are doing this as well. So you can see where like the chaos and like the craziness happens. It's very fun, very addicting. Matches are about 20 minutes long. So I think with that said, I'll go ahead and just talk about, again, I have no complaints with this game right now. The only thing that I'm mainly just making this video to like put out ideas that I like hope to see in the future. Because although it is fun, it is kind of bare bones, and I could see myself getting a little bored with this eventually without more content added. So obviously I'd love to see more gadgets added. There's already quite a few, but I think the more the merrier, obviously. I would love to see actual ship customization. Right now, you can only choose from 4 ships, and you can only customize the interior, and even the name you can't customize. I mean, you can customize it, but it's from a list of already chosen names. I would love to be able to like have my own name, right? I want to choose my own ship name, and I also want to add some like sort of ship progression as well. That way I have like a story with my ship. Kind of like how Sea of Thieves does it, with their ship. There's like a logbook of like all the, battles and all the like stats it's been through and stuff. I think that would be really cool. With these types of games, I love the customization, and I feel like the customization is kind of lacking where it shouldn't be. Like, why can't we name our ships? That should be an easy thing. Don't let people name it, what you don't want them to name it. No slurs, no, phrases, things like that. I feel like that should be easy enough to figure out. Another thing I would love to see added is live events happening on the map. Say like an AI ship of bandits or pirates attack you, things like that. Maybe something appears that you can like interact with that gives you and your team boosts, but everyone on the map can see it, so it kind of like encourages PvP in a way, that sort of thing. And also just more points of interest, I think, would be really neat. I think there are already quite a few, so maybe not more, but just more interesting, because I'm already kind of like going through this and realizing that there's only really a few. There's like this cave that we're going through right now. There's like old like spaceports, and then there's like science stations. So there's I feel like more variety would be nice. And also I think I really, really would love to see like enemy AI attack and things like that. Like, I think that would be really, really cool. Like in Sea of Thieves, you have the like ghost ships that appear underwater. Like, I think that would be super sick if that happened in some way here, and then you get like the loot from their ship, that kind of thing. I think that would be really neat. One thing I also forgot to mention in the beginning were the classes of prospectors I think you can choose from. You have so you have boarders, and then you basically have like I think it's easier to like put it as you have boarders and then you have defenders, and then within those those two different types, you have like subclasses. But your boarders are the ones who are going to have like a better mobility and be able to get closer to ships, and then are going to have some sort of, for instance, I think Kai is able to press buttons from further away with her mind, so she can like cause chaos from like a safer distance. Like you can actually like disable shields from like further away on an enemy ship, which is nice. And then you have the other guy, I forget his name right now, but he has 4 arms. He's super funny because like on the sometimes you'll see him like fly up to your ship and like just start hitting things, because like he can break. His passive is that he does like double damage, I believe, to enemy turrets and things like that. So those are your boarders, and then your engineers are your, or I guess your defenders rather, are the ones that like have better abilities to stay on the ship. So there's one that's like the white, I think he's a rabbit, but he can see enemies through walls, which is really nice. And then you have Sal, who is the giant alien in like a fish tank type thing. He is able to repair things much quicker with his repair device, which is really nice. So they all have their benefits. But yeah, I bring that up because like I think I'd like to see more, I guess, more prospectors, right? We have a few already, but I think it'd be cool to add some more variants there. And obviously, I also want to say that like they do plan on adding more content. They do have a roadmap that I will show. So they are very obviously planning on adding more content. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there and like what I'd like to see. I don't know what they have planned. Maybe they already have some of this, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter what I think, right? And I think lastly, this is kind of a big one. I would love to see a PvP PvE style mode, like Sea of Thieves, actually. Exactly like Sea of Thieves. Maybe not exactly, but with that realm, where you're able to explore the map freely. There's a lot of different things to interact with. Your ship is yours. You get to customize it. It has a story, like I was talking about earlier. And there's just like a different gameplay loop besides capturing the artifact. Because even though that is very fun, it is kind of simple, and I think also going to be repetitive. My favorite part of this game is like collecting resources, collecting ice, collecting fuel, and just interacting with the ship and the world in general. You know, the PvP is fun, but I would love to be able to interact with the world for as long as I want, right? In Sea of Thieves, you can play for like 3 hours straight, just doing whatever you want around the map. I would love if we had like a space version of that. And I think they have like the bones to do it. They just need to implement it, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on the game. I just wanted to give a little insight on it. Yeah, I mean, it's a ton of fun. I would love to see more content added, which they're gonna do. That's my basic thoughts. And yeah, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you aren't subbed, subscribed. And if you'd like, follow me on Twitch. It would mean a lot. I stream 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday. And then also maybe another day mixed in there, but that's just random. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.